Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Happy Tuesday. How is everybody?
Doing good.
How many people sent a follow-up video to somebody they met yesterday? All right, today's still, you know what the best day to start something new is today. So today's session is going to be interactive, and we're talking about developing your seller value proposition. Now, the most interesting thing in doing this exercise dozens and dozens of times is I find hearing what other people say is the quickest way for you to improve yourself. Now, think about this. Value propositions are CCD. They're clear, they're concise, and the D stands for, does the person actually understand what they're getting? You're not going to invest in something that you don't know what it is. And if your value proposition is not clear, there's only one thing that it comes down to, which is price, which is commission, which is what you don't want to compete in. So there's this concept of perceived value and actualized value. Perceived value is what you feel that you offer as an agent. Actualized value is based on your presentation, the words you use, the materials you have, and creating what you do in the benefit of another party is what they actualize. So if you talk and talk and talk and talk and you overwhelm them, you don't ask them any questions, you don't engage them and make it a pitch instead of a presentation, how much are they actually going to understand what they get? Who here has ever felt in like 15, 20 minutes I've given you a lot of information? Exactly. And you guys do this professionally for a living and you come here every day. Imagine someone that knows nothing about selling their house and all the information you give them. We talk about price. We talk about marketing. We talk about communication. We talk about compass. We talk about technology. We talk about all this stuff. Well, in what I believe is the new world, and what I started sharing with you guys yesterday, coming out of this market and what the future holds, people that know how to communicate what they offer the best win. The market is getting extremely competitive. And when there's low inventory, which means there's not as many sales, and 1/4 of the commissions going to people that are part-time, that's something you need to pay attention to. And so this is why positioning yourself is the most important part. So we're going to play a fun game. And now the game's going to go like this. I'm going to call on a few of you. So Herson, hit unmute all. And we'll see who's the smartest person in the group. Because the smartest people in the group are going to mute themselves and talk, because they're going to get direct feedback. Now, the way that the game works is this. You're going to share what your value proposition is. And then in the chat, we're going to share yes or no if you'd actually pay for that. Right? So when people say, what's your value proposition? I have like a kill list of words as I've been doing this roadshow. Things like, I have your best interest at heart. Well, that assumes I don't have my best interest at heart. I'm your advocate. Have you ever met anyone that has been told growing up what to do all the time? You will trigger severe PTSD. You know who also has advocates? Children in court that can't speak for themselves, right? Words have significant meanings. So we don't even know what we're saying to people. And then also in the value proposition, I'm going to go through the dialogue of having when someone asks you what's different from you than another agent. So who wants to be the first person to unmute themselves and share? If I ask you what your value proposition is, what is it? Okay, thank you. In Philadelphia, how do I pronounce your name correctly? Unmute yourself.
Lissy.
Lissy. Okay. So if I'm potentially selling my home, what is your value proposition to me?
If you're potentially selling your home, my value proposition to you is that I will assist you in discerning exactly what it is you're looking to get from the sale of your house, figuring out all of the elements that come into play, not so beyond pricing and timeline, trying to discern where you're headed next and just have a conversation. That was horrible. I don't even know why I raised my hand. I'm barely awake and it's already so late, but okay. I just threw something out the wall. Okay. So ready? Is that clear, concise, and can I actually understand what I'm buying? Yes or no in the chat? No.
All right. So you can try again.
Okay. My value proposition to you in selling your home is I will help educate you about exactly what sales have occurred on your street, on your block in the past month, 3, and 6 months, I will help to facilitate a strategy that will fetch you the highest price with the best terms based on your specific timeline.
Okay, so the first thing I'm going to tell you is, can I find that information myself online? The second one is, and I'll tell a quick little story is, and I've shared this before. You know, I spoke at Triple Play, and at the end they had like a keynote speaker, and the woman said, "You know how people hate real estate agents? Because they lie, lie, lie. You know what the 3 lies that they tell people is? I'm going to sell your home in the fastest amount of time for the most amount of money for the least amount of hassle." Do any of us control how fast homes are sold? No. Do any of us control how much money another buyer is willing to pay? No. And have you ever met a real estate deal with no hassles? And then so when these things are not in your control, and you tell them they're in your control, what do? They get mad at you, right? So for an education on comps, a strategy and stuff like this, what's your average price point?
600,
So and what's your commission in your market?
between 2.5% and 3%.
Okay, what's the full commission? Because they pay the whole thing. They don't care how.
Oh, I'm sorry, 6%.
6%. So
Correct.
would you pay $36,000 for that? That's the question you have to ask yourself.
I have to drill it down to some better articulate words that they can grab right away.
Well, no. So watch. Now I'm going to show you how to rephrase this, right? I'm not going to leave you just empty-handed. So look, what you have to understand is there's stuff that you do that's valuable. You just don't know how to talk about it, right? So it's like, how many people have children here? Okay. Have you ever seen a kid where they know what they're talking about and they're just trying to say the word, but they don't know how to say it? Same exact thing. So what you say is, you always start it off by this. One of the things that our clients enjoy the most is our comprehensive strategy on positioning, don't say pricing, positioning your home on the market, which entails an in-depth analysis that will position your home in the ideal place for success in your eyes. Furthermore, we're able to develop a curated marketing strategy, because your home is as unique as you, based on what you feel the best benefits of your home and the story you want to tell. Furthermore, we create a predictable communication plan to give you the exact information and the time that you find best. Is that an experience that you would benefit from? Now, does that sound a little different?
Yes. It sounds much more articulate about the exact steps.
I don't know. You guys could say no to me, right? Like, I could be wrong too. I'm not right all the time. I always say this. I tell my mom I do well in life because I'm an accelerated mistake maker. Like, I'll make them all really fast and just keep going. But you have to understand what you're getting and what you're giving. And these vague words that no one knows how to talk is why people will lose money. This is literally the premise of like our end-to-end program, is giving people the exact words to say, right? All right, so who else wants to do this? Because look, what she's saying, and she went first, so therefore you're the bravest person in the group. Everyone else says stuff like this. There's not many people that say different stuff like positioning, we create the best marketing plan, we get you the most exposure. Listen, you're selling the destination, not the flight. All right, who wants to go next? Just type your name in the chat, just write next, and we'll unmute you. Is this helpful for you guys to hear how this actually works? Because if I just came out and said, hey, you got to say this and this and this and this, like, I want to show you guys through multiple people how to walk through doing this. And if we do this enough times, it'll click in your head. Okay, this is time to do it. Okay, listen, I don't know what's gotten into everybody or why anyone's fingers might be injured today. Somebody hit next, or I'm going to randomly just start calling on people. And whoever I see is the most nervous person is the person I'm going to call on. Okay, Lisa, you're up.
Good morning.
And then Marielle is next. Good morning. How are you?
I'm great, thanks. I'm very excited to go through this session again. So one of the things that I do very differently than my colleagues and my peers in the industry is I really take the time to listen to what your goals are and help you to determine if, in fact, I am the right person to help you achieve them. Once we're aware of what your goals are, I can help you to customize a strategy that will take you from A to Z, really feeling the most comfortable. And what I determine is comfortable is based on those key points that you share with me. Are you looking for an under 7-day sale? Are you looking for more of a 14-day sale where you have some time to really feel out the market? my goals are based around what you share with me as your goals being, and everything that I do will be included in our marketing strategy, our communication plan, so that you can consistently go back to it and track our progress, feeling confident about where you are through each step. I know it's not ideal, but it works.
Okay, so ready? So you're selling comfort.
Yeah, comfort, because most of my clients come to me after they've expired with a few people. So I do a lot of expired listings, and they're angry and they're scared and they're uncomfortable. So I try to explain to them that, predictability and strategy go hand in hand. If we follow the strategies, you'll have a predictable experience. And if we take the steps, we know how you're going to get
So
there.
ready? I got yours. Ready? One of the things our clients enjoy most is our predictable client experience. And we believe that every effective strategy starts with active listening. Our goal is to meet you where you are and understand what your goals, your needs, your wants are, as well as getting a clear understanding of what you feel the benefits of your home and tell its unique story. This is paired with a curated marketing strategy from preparing your home for sale, pre-launching your home on the market, as well as launching it to ideally get you to the destination you want to go.
Amazing.
We ensure that our client experience are predictable through clarity, through communication, giving you the exact information that you want in the time frame that works with you, with a written communication plan and a written marketing plan, so you can be a partner, not a client. Is that an experience you think you'd benefit from?
Amazing. I'll hire you 10%. Sign me up.
You got to remember, she's selling comfort, right? So if you're an emotional person, it'll work. But if you're a non-emotional person, I'm going to say, great, any person could listen to me. What are you going to do that's different? And then as soon as they say that, now this is a good chance to talk about this experience. Number one, you don't ever want to use the word different. Like, don't compare yourself to other people. The second thing is how many people have heard what makes you different than other agents, right? It is the number one trap in a listing pitch. You want me to tell you why? People are not trained salespeople. Sellers also are ridiculous in the sense that they should just, what they're trying to ask you is, as an agent, do you have what I'm looking for? And instead of saying that and saying, I'm looking for this, they ask these wonky questions that are like, what makes you different? So then all of a sudden you start just spewing stuff out. And the more questions they ask, the more you're trying to defend your skill and integrity. And the more they're going back and forth, and what should be a collaborative conversation now turns into a boxing match. That is the number one trap. So your whole plan goes out the window. Mike Tyson says that everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face. So here's how you effectively answer that conversation. You would say to them, what makes you, they would say, Lisa, what makes you different than other agents? Like, our listing has expired and everything else like that. And I would say, look, if you want to know what makes me different, I'm happy to give you the names and information of 3 to 5 of people I've worked with successfully, and they could share with you what they enjoyed the most. And some may or may not have worked with other brokers. More importantly, what type of experience are you looking for when you partner with an agent in the sale of your home? We're selling experiences, baby. That's what we're doing. Do you see how different that is? And like, it puts it back on them. And they're going to say, oh, what I want is this, 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 and this. You're going to say, great. Remember these magic words, would it be okay? When you say, would it be okay? It allows the other person to be in control of the conversation. They feel like they're in control and they're driving the conversation. You see this? We're like 15 minutes into this and you guys are really now learning the value of talking to people. Raise your hand if you had an aha moment so far today. I like my man Charles over here. He also just gives me the head nod. And he gets here early, so you're always front and center on my screen. Appreciate it. So think about that, right? So we'll transcribe in our notes what you said to what I had, so everyone has it. Okay, so who's next? Mariella? Did I say that right? Marielle?
Yes, Marielle.
You got to turn your camera on, though.
Oh, I can't today, but that's okay. If anything, I'll do it another day. I'm
No,
sorry.
you can go. You can go. It's okay.
Okay. So I've actually never had to do a seller's presentation. So I'm excited to try it. So my value proposition would be that I focus on what is most important for you. We're going to create a strategy and an organized plan for you to be informed of what the market is looking like, and to see if what the market, if the market aligns with your goals. We're going to create a communication plan so you're informed through the whole process, and for you to get an experience that is aligned with your goals.
For someone who's never done that before, that was good, right? Now we want to add in some details, right? One of the things our clients enjoy the most is our written marketing strategy. We believe in having partners and not clients, and by understanding what the unique benefits of your home and the story you want to tell, we'll be able to create a curated strategy. We find that the happiest clients are the ones that have predictable communication, and through our written communication plan, you'll be able to get the exact information in the time frame that works best for you. Is that an experience that you think you can benefit from? It's tight, right?
That sounds great. Thank you.
So hit good if you feel good about doing this for yourself. Hit lost if you feel lost. Okay, good. So now whoever feels good about this, Don, I feel is one of the honest people. All right, if you feel good about this and you wrote good, you're up next. Do you see how helpful it is to hear what other people are saying? Like if someone came into my house, the best part is that you're still making money doing it the way that you're doing. Now think about how much better this could be. And by the way, does anyone cold call expired listings here? Anybody? So anyone that cold calls expired listings, just on my mind, I'm not selling my home, I'm taking it off the market. Great. So if I understand this correctly, you're no longer taking full price offers for your home. They're going to say, wait. That is the magic line to start the conversation. So what I will do now quickly is, before I call on somebody that says good, and I'm going to find somebody I know that's my buddy that wrote good, so I won't feel bad calling on you, is someone is going to be smart and start an accountability group around this right now, and then everyone's going to email them. Exactly. You have to use simple words. But look, when someone asks, like, what makes you do, like, you know, what are you going to do when selling my home and everything? We have a process to follow, but you always don't have an opportunity to go through your whole pitch. Sometimes you're just in a quick conversation. Someone's going to ask you, like, why should I hire you? Right. And when someone says, why should I hire you? You can't go, oh, well, you should call some of my past clients. The conversation is done. So who here wants to start an accountability group around this? Anybody? Oh, good. Mo, you're organized. So Mo, put your email in. Mo and Heidi collaborate with each other, and you two put your email addresses in, and you guys will lead this group. So everyone else, email them directly if you want to join. Do not, so let's see how good you are at listening. Do not start putting your email and make work for them to email you back. That's crazy. They're going to take the group. Lisa's going to help too. I think she'd be a great contributor for all of you. And look, get the group started and make it a bigger group. And the whole point of the group and the way that you'd run a group like this is hearing what people say and giving them feedback. Now hit yes if you'd want to join this group. Every single one of you should say yes. And don't put your email in the chat expecting someone to reach out to you. Well, look at that. You guys just built a massive community of people. So now it's on you to take the next step. So when you get done with your time block, the first thing you guys should do is, everyone that hit yes, write down these emails and then reach out to them. Now, I would say it'd be good for this group to meet once a week. I'd probably meet for 45 minutes. And it would just be share some value, right? You could follow, you'll have a format to follow from this, some examples, and you want to let people talk, because unless you hear what other people sound like, you'll never know how bad you sound. And you'll be like, oh my God, I say that and this is what it sounds like. Because I can tell you this, I'll be the first one to raise my hand. I have zero interest in listening to myself talk. None. I don't watch any of my videos. I don't want to see any of the recordings. Like there's 700 videos in our platform. I don't think I've watched any of them once. It's not comfortable. As long as you guys like the video, I'm good. But when I had to do it and I had to learn how to build this skill and how I had to get better at speaking and not use words like and ahs, which is filler words. So when your brain transitions from one statement to another, it's not normal to pause. So we're like, it's your thinking. But a natural pause also gives someone else the ability to process. Interesting, right? Again, who feels that we've got a lot of information in 22 minutes, right? It's a lot. So this is where I'm going to encourage you guys more to share, and I'm not dumping more new stuff on you today because it's important that you actually get the information we have. So when building out your seller value proposition, one of the things my clients enjoy the most, right, that makes it about them, right? Things that you can look for is like, we believe in clients, not partners, clarity through communication, predictable communication plans, right? Curated strategies, right? If you're listening and you're offering service, you want to describe what that service is like. It's called the ownership experience. This is a term I made up. At the end of it, if you ever like talk to somebody or excited to sign up for something where they explained it so good that you're literally on the phone, I'm going to join this program, I'm going to get this car, I'm going to go here and I'm going to have this happen. Or like, I just went to this meeting, I'm going to get this listing, it's going to change my life, right? Like that's what this is. I'm telling you, undoubtedly, this is the most important skill to have. All of this other stuff is garbage. Literally, it's all seductive distractions. Because here's the problem that real estate agents face today. If I had an Instagram ad that says, how to use ChatGPT in 15 minutes or less to get leads to your inbox, everyone would sign up for it. How to have effective conversations to help people get what they want and get more clients. Nobody would sign up for it because it requires work. But see, the work that no one else is willing to do that you do is what makes you win. We have agents, and when we were in COVID and like a lot of the New York City people I worked with were in lockdown, literally we were role playing every day, like 60 seconds to build rapport, stopwatch clocks and everything like that. All of the agents in this little group we have like a 90% pitch conversion rate now. Do you know the average agent at Compass has not practiced more than 5 hours? 12 out of 2,500 people have practiced for 5 hours or more in their career. So think about this. If the average agent is like, let's just say 20 years in the business, that's 50,000 years of experience that don't have a combined total of 5 hours, 60 hours in total in 50,000 years of experience. If you don't see that opportunity, it's like, hello, it's here. Now think about this logically in terms of a disruptor. I believe I could show up to any market, anywhere in the country and have a 90+% chance of winning a pitch. And I'll tell you why. There's only one thing that I wouldn't know is pricing, which is positioning. I wouldn't know anything about your markets. So you're going to say, why would you want to work with that agent? He's not from the area. He doesn't know it. And I would turn around and I would say this. You had shared with me your motivations for moving to Florida so you can take the additional equity, purchase a new home, and in savings, income tax, take all the vacations you want. Would that really achieve that next chapter that you have? Absolutely. So based on that, I want to ensure that you maximize the equity in your home. So let me ask you a question. Who do you think is the best at getting you the precise value of your home, a real estate agent or an appraiser? 99% of people are going to say, some will say realtors, but so if realtors are the best, why do you think banks use appraisers? And then they're going to get to an appraiser. An agent's actually wrong, because if you look at a 1004 MC, which is an appraisal report, they have detailed adjustments based on condition, lot size, C1, C2, C3, C4, square footage adjustments, finished basement adjustments. They adjust down to the dollar. We don't do that. Some of us may. So I'm going to say, here's some benefits that I'll invest out of my own pocket to ensure you maximize your equity. One, an appraiser will be able to give you the precise value and positioning of your home. Furthermore, they'll be able to tell us if there are any minor updates we could make to upgrade the condition of your home, which could raise the value 5 to 7%. And lastly, they're going to know all the properties that are in contract, and they could talk about the market in a way directly with us as a client that we would not generally be able to get just discussing with other agents. So is that something that you think you'd benefit from? What do you think the person's going to say? Of course. I'm spending my own money. And then I go to my written marketing plan, my written communication plan, and I win. Because I'm more organized and I'm more clear. And if I can do that, anyone can do that. It's just someone that needs to know how to talk to people. So do not get comfortable with anything you have, because there's always someone smarter than you, hungrier than you, coming after you. Kobe Bryant won a championship and he goes to practice. Every day starts at 0. And if you're not investing time into yourself to learn how to do this, it'll cost you far more. And I say this to people all the time. If you spent the same amount of time on yourself as you do on social media, you'd all be millionaires. And if you're a millionaire, you'd be 2, 3, 4 times over. And that's what I got for you guys today. So we're going to end a couple minutes early. I hope that everyone had a lot of aha moments. And look, this session of the playbook, we're going to be getting into a lot more of these dialogues. You will know how to talk to people. I promise you. Because the fun part is like once you learn this, it's like the same framework over and over and over again. And it doesn't take long to practice this to get it. Think about it. If you practice 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, that's 2.5 hours. It's 10 hours. In the first 2 weeks, you'll practice more than the majority of the 2,500 people I've seen. And in 1 month, that's 10 hours. And in 1 year, that's 120 hours. 30 minutes a day. You have 30 minutes. So everyone email the leaders for the group. Please put your emails in. Again, no one write anything underneath it. Hersan, we will leave this open for the next 5 minutes, right? And Lisa, just send them a separate email to connect on how you could support them and what they're doing. Everyone that wants to join their group, I'm leaving, but you stay on and email these people. And Mo, Heidi, and Lisa, set up your first Zoom for next week. And ideally, you might want to even do it after this session, right? Or just pick a time and whoever can come to the time can come to the time. Coordinate it around your schedules. Do not start these surveys and stuff like that. It's too much. All right, everybody, with love in my heart, I love you all. I'm going to drop off, but you guys keep cranking away. Callan, always nice to see you. And I will see you guys all next week, and make sure to tune into your favorite expert mentor sessions. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Stay on and email the accountability group. Don't forget.